What's poppin', y'all? It looks like Young Thug, man, that new leak, it looks like it did a number on him. I think it might have been a critical strike. It might have been a fissure. It's something to take him out because Adin Ross, he had announced 2 days ago that he was supposed to do a stream with Young Thug today, if you're watching this, Sunday, September 7th. And it was supposed to be his first interview or his first real unscripted appearance since he got out. And he did do that interview with Big Bank that dropped last night, which was a total catastrophe. I think that guy did a good job pushing back, actually. And I think he had a lot of love for Young Thug. And I think at the end, he just gave up. It seemed like, I don't know if I can get through this guy. But Young Thug, he was going through a situation. And in that interview, we got to listen to what he said, because this all links back to Mariah the Scientist. So I'm going to play you guys this clip right now when he's talking about his girl.
This shit make my girl cry. She ain't even tripping about what we saying on the phone. Nigga, we said, whatever I say, I can say twice. I'm a grown man. I'm a man.
Okay, whatever he said, he could say twice. Remember that? All right. But remember in the earlier video that I did today, which I'll make sure to link it in the pinned comment, he was talking to another girl, telling her, yo, I'm going to, when I get home, you going to get pregnant. When you trying to have kids? And she's like, oh, when you get home. He's like, all right, say less. So he's talking to her about that kid conversation. Is he saying that again to Mariah the Scientist? I don't know. Not sure. But we're going to see in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, nigga. Whatever I say twice. And I done said it to every nigga. They know that. So I ain't tripping on that part. I'm tripping on just like the world not knowing that. I'm tripping on the world just, oh, but look at this. Oh, hey, y'all, here go another phone call. Here go.
And yeah, it's funny because he said this, and then that next morning, the next phone call came when he was talking to the other chick while he was locked up, when he was with Mariah the Scientist. So Young Thug and Adin Ross have actually been in a relationship, you could say, and not the relationship with all these chicks like the song that he had with Future, but they've been locked in since at least June. Academics even said that Young Thug got put into contact with him through a group text by Adin Ross. And here was a clip. Let's make sure that this isn't 1x speed, where June 13th, he was kicking it with Adin Ross, and they announced the stream together. So here he's talking about, he's thinking of retiring from making music. Careful what you ask for.
I want to start doing it. I'm going to start streaming. I'm going to stop doing music. I'm going to start streaming.
For real? No, don't do that. Then they're going to blame me.
We can swap lives all of
No.
us. We'll start making music, you stream.
Don't do that. They're going to... Wait, when's that album dropping, bro?
I think I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna start streaming.
No, don't do that. They're gonna get mad at me.
Wait,
please.
hold on, yeah.
No, they're gonna kill us.
This looks bad.
No, please.
I'm telling you.
When you drop it down.
I'm done rapping, just like I want to just start streaming. I want, cause y'all live like a cool life. Y'all go everywhere every day. But y'all got cats walking around this bitch. Y'all got all types of crazy.
But you
stuff.
live a crazy life.
Well, I know.
And you got some fucking bangers.
I don't live. What's crazy life?
Now you do have a nice life.
You have a great life.
Everybody in this room got a nice life.
True.
That's
but you gotta drop the album first, bro. Like, when is it dropping? Like, no weird shit. Soon?
June 37th.
June
37.
Wait, what?
So that means June, July. That's July 7th.
July 7th, yeah.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. You're gonna have a release party?
What make you think it was July 7th?
Because you said 37 and it carries over the 30, because there's only 30 days in June. So then the 7 days in July.
This is hilarious. This actually reminds me of a time back in the day when FouseyTube, I think he made $3 million that year on YouTube. And he was like, and he was having one of his breakdowns. He was saying, we YouTubers, we make too much money, this and that. Like, we don't deserve this type of money. I just got $150,000 just to pull up to an event, and I only had to show up on the red carpet for 15 minutes. That's not even fair. And then he went broke like a year later. Be careful what you ask for. Right now, Young Thug, it seems like he got forced to retire. But granted, at this point, when people were talking about him streaming, it was just a joke. But you thought about it, you're like, Young Thug streaming? Come on, that dude's boring. His interviews are trash mostly. He's got nothing to say. But after watching that Big Bank interview from last night, if he's coming with that type of energy, then he is an A-tier streamer. We won't give him S-tier. He's actually got to, do a little bit of talking. Like, I think 6ix9ine, if he just got on the mic and just talked his trash, he'd be a great streamer. But the problem with 6ix9ine is he's lazy. He blew up in a year. He made some music, made a couple of hits, barely put any effort into getting good at music, and was just all about antics. So he doesn't have the work ethic to stream. Young Thug, same situation. But if Young Thug is telling who's a rat, who's not, rat or not, man, that stream series would go crazy. They probably get a sponsor for it and all that. And now he might be forced to retire from music because people aren't even trying to... It's not that people aren't trying to hear what he has to drop, but he has to fake leak music because he can't drop the type of music that people want to hear him talk about the subjects, which it's not, people didn't necessarily just want to hear him talk about street stuff when he came back, which is a limitation that was put on his rapping. But his team also said that, oh, nah, you know, he's allowed to rap about whatever he wants. It's covered under art. Regardless, people wanted to hear about that now because of all the accusing that he's been doing of everyone else being a rat. So now he can't drop that music. He has to backdoor leak it. Pause. And people are like moving past it because new news is coming in. Like, people didn't even really get to digest the song like that. I thought the first part of the song was like, it wasn't like too great. The second part of the song was pretty decent. But regardless, moving forward, this was in the lead up. So they were playing the interrogation footage for Adin Ross. This was when 6ix9ine was on a call with academics and Adin. So he was like, yo, play him the clip where he says, yo, give me my number. And you can see Adin, he's trying to stay out of the situation.
I'm rather Brian, I can't do it. Hey, I am not about none of this. Leave me the fuck out of it, yo. Holy shit, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Like, bro, oh my God, bro. Please. Like, leave me the fuck out of this, bro. Please, bro. Like, this is not my game. This is not what I do. I'm here to do a stream with Young Thug Sunday. That's all I'm doing, bro. To be fair, bro, like, I don't even know. Call me pussy. I don't give a fuck, bro. Y'all are all pussy, too. And y'all are not doing it either. So shut the fuck up. On God, y'all are all not doing it either, bro. Leave me the fuck out of this. All I ask, bro, shh. I'm not involved at all. I've never committed a crime in my life. Good guy, good kid.
This is what he's saying. He's saying he's not involved. What do you mean you're not involved? You're Young Thug's first appearance after he just got accused of all of this ratting, and he hits you up, and you're talking about none of y'all would play him this clip. Yeah, Charlamagne would play him that clip. Any interviewing platform would play him that clip. They're not going to say, yo, is this you ratting? But they're going to say, yo, what's up with that clip? Even when he did that interview with Big Bank is like, yo, we heard this. Why'd you say this? Why were you talking for this long? What was going on? When I first heard of that clip, I didn't even want to click on it because it was a 2-hour interrogation. I saw 2 hours and I said, oh man, fell down to his knees when the law came. So Adin Ross right here, he's ready to give a softball interview, content, and it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with that, but he needs to know what position he's putting himself in. It's not like, yo, we're just here to do content with Young Thug. He's just showing up to my warehouse. No, he's showing up to your warehouse at a specific time when people want to hear specific answers for him. It's like Bobby Althoff. You have Drake pulling up to your podcast when people want to hear certain answers from Drake that you're not going to ask him those types of questions, and you wouldn't let them get through the editing process anyway. But Bobby Althoff understands that, and she just powers through it. And she doesn't make excuses for it. So then here, Adin Ross calls Young Thug. This was the day before, and this was before the Big Bank interview drop. We got to follow the timeline here. So this is before the interview drops at night and before the call drops earlier this morning with against Mariah the Scientist. That doesn't make her look too good.
Man, nothing. We just pull up tomorrow. You tell the people the time, bro. You want it right now.
Maybe 10.
10 p.m.?
Nah, maybe later. Early. Maybe about, I don't know, maybe about 4, 5.
During football?
Huh?
All right, I'll tell you what.
Shit, my bad. Well, let's do it at night. What time you want to do?
Tomorrow night, anytime. Let's do like 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
All right.
All right, bro. I'll hit you tomorrow. All right.
The fact that this is so last minute, Young Thug sounds like he doesn't even know where he's at. Ignore the caption. That's just, they're probably just trying to throw some salt and pepper on that, have a little bit more of a kick so the video gets more clips. But here you have Young Thug talking about, oh, not tomorrow, 10, 11 p.m. That also means that Young Thug, I don't even think he's living in Georgia anymore. Because if he's in Miami and it sounded like he may or may not show up tomorrow, depending on what happened with this interview and what happened with the internet and what clips leak. And after the clips leak of him talking to this other chick saying he's going to get her pregnant, before that drops, he responds with, my baby, I was wrong. I'm sorry for what I put you through. You deserve better from me. Thank you for everything. I'll do anything to make this work. You showed me what love is, and I hope I haven't lost you forever. Everybody leave her out of this, please. She's an innocent girl and feels bad about all this. Please give her peace. If a message like this is getting sent out, you already know he's blocked, and probably on IG and on text. He can't even get the message to her. You know he wanted to send this to her, but he had to post it out to the world. Once it gets to this point, she probably already left him. But then, this is before the audio leaks. The audio leaks today of him talking about getting a girl pregnant, and then chapter ended, heart emoji. And you would think this could mean a bunch of different other things, but a lot of people are believing that she left him, Mariah the Scientist, which is, man, somebody put this. Nah, actually, he's too much of a narcissist to ever harm himself whatsoever. That's not going to happen. And he says, to everyone involved in this situation, I'm sorry this is happening, and I hope you guys can forgive me. I'm moving forward with my life. Thank you, God. I hate when they start bringing God. They're all on that devil stuff, all on that ritual stuff, all on that, not actual rituals, but portraying that imagery of satanic stuff. And then once it comes down to it, it's like, yo, thank God, on God. You're putting it on something that you don't even care about. Now, when he says on my freedom, I take him seriously because I definitely think he cares about his freedom the way he was talking in that interrogation room. But keep in mind, he says, I'm sorry this is happening, and I hope you guys can forgive me. He doesn't say, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what I said. I apologize for what I did. I put us in this situation. Because this is all his fault. For someone that's accountable, even if something leaks, he's going to say, yo, I shouldn't have been talking like that. I should have known better. We have not gotten that from Young Thug whatsoever, except when it came to Mariah the Scientist. And what announcement did we recently get? Boom. Adin Ross and Young Thug has been canceled. I'm sorry, chat. It's not in my control. Thug wanted to do it at a better time. He a real one, though. Is he? How real is he? He didn't want to do it for money. And he didn't want to do it for money because he needs a softball interview. Big Bank was pushing up on him, and Big Bank messed with him. And he was giving him pushback. He knows you're just going to fall right over. You're going to say, yeah, you know, like Gunna did you dirty, but I messed with Gunna's music. You know, it was just going to be a fun softball time with you, just straight entertainment. Of course, he didn't want money. What you were going to give him in positive press was worth more than any money. And it'll happen another time. He's not trying to talk about this ish anymore and move on. Oh, whether or not he likes it, he is going to talk about it. Either Young Thug is talking about this or we're talking about this. But this will be talked about, and Young Thug will be the topic of discussion if these leakers have anything to say about it. And I think this is going to continue. Now, someone made a comment the other video talking about, like, yo, you got your Slack open. Listen, man, tomorrow's Monday. 9 to 5 starts. We got to get back to work. Everybody got to get back on it. So, yeah, you know how the game get. But here, I think Young Thug is really going through it for him to not show up to the Adin Ross stream, because this is something that he planned. It wasn't something that he was just going to show up to. So I really do think that Mariah the Scientist done left him. No way he's going to cap about that. And she probably left him last night, but this was just the nail in the coffin. So all of y'all DM hunters, people that think y'all got a chance, y'all can go shoot your shot at her. Seems like she's free game. And yeah, I'm going to see y'all in the next video.